baby, we out here. You see what's going on, we activated, we ain't playing no games.
Without further ado, man, let's get straight to it, man. Today's guest, man, we just gonna start off top by just saying legend. Living legend.
Appreciate it.
We was having a conversation before the interview started, and I was kind of telling you the impact that you've had, you feel me, on even me, you know what I mean? You know, being in a position where, you know, quite frankly, just being transparent, where I was sitting down, you feel me, on a bunk in prison. It wasn't no groups out.
Facts.
You know what I mean? The only group that was out was y'all. You feel me? And so just hearing you singing, you feel me, on them songs, even though I was privy to hear you singing on, you know what I mean, on multiple songs before 2012 with We Run the City Volume 1, 2, Flood Zone, you know what I mean? A lot of hits on there coming from you. You feel me?
Literally.
But you definitely paved the way for a lot of for the singing on songs.
Definitely.
Bringing that element and just being a solid dude, man. We got Doughboy Clay in the building. What's going on, my brother?
Salute, much love, man. Appreciate it. What's good, King? How you be?
Man, I can't complain, man. Actually going through this Ramadan, bro. So I'm
man,
feeling great.
It's horrible.
Yes,
it's
sir.
Yes, so this is one of my first months where I actually did it myself. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been complicated. You know, I saw eating at 5:30 in the morning, then after that, not till after 7, man, or when the sun go down, depending on the day. Man, it's been a little complicated
for sure. It's a process, bro. It's a process, but we thugging, man.
Definitely.
How the day been so far, man? What's been the vibes of the day? How you start your day off, man?
Man, well, first, man, I wake up, I'm praying, man. I'm talking to God first and foremost, man. That's my first ordeal. Then, man, then it's the kids. You gotta get them kids to school. You feel me? But after that, man, lately it's just been really just grinding, man, working for real. You know, we got box trucks companies, we have construction companies. Of course, you know, we still who we are in the world, in the streets and everything, but, you know, it's more so, man, it's all about elevation, growth, and prosperity, man.
No doubt.
So that's what we really been on.
No doubt. Yeah. Coming into the year, you feel me? We know that, you know, right now we in March, you feel me, fastly coming up into April. Coming into the year, man, did you have any, like, New Year resolutions or anything like that? And as the year is going through, have you been knocking off some of those things? If so, what are they?
The goals that I really had for this year, number one was to be more visual. That's number one. And I'm not gonna lie. From January to now, man, from being on the stage to doing interviews, trying to get videos done, one mics, I've definitely been more visual. Also, man, it's just I want to grow my businesses, you know, and so I'm doing everything in my power to do that. You know, I have a box truck company, and I also have a construction company. You know, the transformation and trying to legitimize myself is a stepping process. I say it that way, you know. So I've definitely been looking forward to it. Definitely been making the transitions and doing the right things to make sure that I do so. You know?
No doubt. Man, we gonna get into it, bro. Cause you said being on that stage. We were just talking about it, man. The concert, bro.
Fire.
Crazy, man. We talking about 20,000 plus people. Packed to capacity.
Definitely.
Every star, some of the major stars in the industry right now, but most importantly, are Detroit stars.
Facts.
Y'all, Team Eastside. Man, talk a little bit about the process coming up to that, you know what I mean? Like when y'all knew it was for sure about to happen, and then actually being on the stage and sharing the stage with those brothers, man, and putting on a good show for the city.
In all actuality, bro, in the beginning, you know, it was speculation. You know, first of all, shout out to Doug. You feel what I'm saying? Salute to the young brother, man. Salute to the king, man. I ain't gonna lie. He doing his thing right now. And so he had jokingly made a comment like, hey, nigga, I got 50,000 on Team Eastside and they gonna fuck the Doughboys up in the verses. I want to see this, but this was way before the concert. And when the concert came up and it actually was a thing to do now at this point, you know, for lack of better words, at first we wasn't receptive to it. We wasn't really gonna do it. Well, we was gonna do it, but it was just a miscommunication factor that was going on. But once we got everything ironed out and we actually hit the stage, man, you know, we had already built relationships with Team Eastside. A lot of beef was squashed. A lot of things that had to be talked about and hashed out. That shit was dead, but way before this verse, but way before the verses or anything of that nature. So when we got, you know, on the stage together, it was already a relationship. It was already something that we built together already. Yeah. You know, we've been working for the last couple of years with each other. So it's all love for the Team Eastside. Peasy, you know, Babyface Ray, D Nice, Lil P, you know what I'm saying? It's all love, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vezo, everybody that was there, Jetto. It's all love, you feel what I'm saying?
Man, that lead up, bro. Social media. I know we ran like a little campaign, like Facts. You know, we was playing like we was posting like songs.
Definitely.
Kind of like doing our own little verses, you feel me? Of some of the songs that we thought would be played. Y'all ain't get a chance to really fulfill like all of the songs.
We had a plan to do like 12 songs a piece. You feel what I'm saying? But in the midst of us trying to do those 12 songs, you know, it's still business got to be had. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was still a business had to be ran, you know. And I don't know what was I don't know what was the cause of it, but at the end of the day, I know little brother still, you know, so he not fined or penalized on the business aspect. You know, we just had to give something and show the people something as opposed to doing nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? I think that's, for the most part, that was something for the fans, and they really need to see us on stage together. But we got plans, though. We got plans.
When you thought about, like, when y'all was on y'all, like, doing, like, sitting down, right? Putting the list together, the songs that y'all, you know,
we did that
play.
Day. We did the list that day. And we was backstage, like, doing, like, we got videos, and I almost want to send them to you, too, so you could probably post them in here. But we got videos of us trying to line up the songs. All right, y'all play that, we gonna play this.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? It was hilarious. It was a good vibe, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man, like it was fun to do. It was something fun to do. I'll definitely say that.
The honorary member, man, D Brown, bro. You feel me?
D Brown.
You know, D Brown, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. He put on for y'all. You feel me?
Definitely.
And it's like leading up to it, man. It's like you in particularly was like the I wouldn't even want to use the word 6 man. You feel me?
Period.
But I do want to say, like, you was like a real pivotal. Like, the crowd don't go crazy without you. So you feel me? Like, how did it feel? Yeah.
I'm the one that was the, for lack of better words, I was the hidden tool. You feel me? I'm the secret weapon, you know. And it, you know, the whole week, 2 weeks leading up to the concert, man, I've been compared to Aretha Franklin, bro. Anita Baker, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Now I get the fact that of my, for lack of better words, impact on the city.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. But singing, oh man, I got a lot of growing to do. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it in a book. But I definitely appreciate the love that the city gave, man. And, you know, it's not in vain. I definitely got to give them more. And that's where I'm at with it now.
No
you
doubt.
feel what I'm saying? Got to give them more. It ain't over, it ain't dead, so we rocking with them. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
Definitely.
man. Well, just to pivot or whatever, man, before we, you know, because we're going to try to catch back up to elements of that. But let's go back to the origin, man. For those who may not know, I think it's important for, and I always say this, I think it's important for every artist to kind of give their background, which brings connectivity to your audience, to your fans, to where they not just looking at you from an artist perspective, but they kind of got some elements and understand some of the struggles you've been through, where you came from, how was life like. So just to go back to the origin, if you can, man, tell the people where you from And what was life like, you feel me, being raised in the neighborhood or environment that you was raised in?
Well, I'm a 7 Mile baby. I'm from 7 Mile, man. I'm born and raised on 7 Mile. Been there my damn near my whole life. I grew up in a good home, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I had both of my parents. They went to church. My mama was a prominent gospel singer in the city. Like I didn't have no big. I didn't have to do this. Keep it a book. I didn't have to be who I so called am today. You know what I'm saying? Like I really had a whole different. I played football. I played sports. And in actuality, like I had a scholarship in football at XYZ, you know, but for lack of better words, Detroit got a hold of a nigga, you know what I'm saying, grabbed me, and I ran from there, man. I was, you know, youngest of the Yachty. That's when we started snatching glasses and all that goofy shit. I was at the age of 14. I went to Inkster. I went to St. Martin de Porch. Like man, you know, I was just a badass kid. You know what I'm saying, for lack of better words.
Do you got siblings?
Oh man, I got 13 siblings.
Wow.
I got 13 siblings, bro.
All
Mama and my old dude nasty. Just pretty nasty, man.
Damn, how was that? Like how was that like? You feel me, having so many siblings? You feel me, in the household, and y'all
I didn't have all
dynamic.
of them. I didn't have all my brothers and sisters in the household. So my father is 86 this year, or 87, and my mother just turned, I want to say either 77 or 78, and the closest sibling to me is 16 years older than me. So I didn't grow up with my siblings in the house like that. You know what I'm saying? I got nieces and nephews that's more my age, and I didn't really grow up with them because my brothers had already had families established. You know what I'm saying? So, or my sisters had their family established. But yeah, man, it was for me growing up as a child. Like I was good. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I had that spoiled almost stigma, if that's what you want to say. But my parents didn't have it like that to really spoil me. So I had to work. I had to hustle. I had to grind.
Yeah.
And, you know, just for the things that I liked. Not saying that they didn't provide my needs, you feel what I'm saying, because they did. But however, we as men or boys, we wanted more. You know what I'm saying?
Having that gap, you feel me, in between, you know, your siblings, did that kind of make you a loner growing up?
It definitely did. I'm a popular loner right now. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm riding with somebody, it's only going to be a handful of people. You feel me? Especially in my car. I'm only going to ride with a handful of people. Yeah. It definitely made me a popular loner. Majority of the time, if I'm out somewhere, I'm by myself or I'm with my brothers, for lack of better words, you know, Balug or Yachty or something like that. I'm not really with too many people.
Most definitely.
So it definitely made me a popular loner.
And then even hearing, you know, the church aspect, I guess that's what make it clear where you even
where
get
I got
that.
the singer.
Yeah.
It's just
bro.
in my blood. Like my whole family can sing, bro. Literally, like my entire mother's side of the family is something big in the gospel community in Detroit. I done met everybody from the Kurt Franklins, the Dottie Peoples, the Winans. I done met everybody. I done been to the Shears. I done been around everybody, you know. So, in all aspects, you know, dealing with my mom, you know. So, and my nieces, my nephews, my brothers are all musically inclined somehow, some way.
Man.
Me being able to sing was just by far. I used to walk through high school humming. Just, you know, I thought it was cool. I was cocky. I was a sports player. I played football. I thought it was just cool to be able to sing too.
And that's
you know?
interesting, bro, because a lot of people, bro, pride be in the way when it come to that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, you know the stigma, you feel me, when you got a guy, you feel me, cocky, like you say, football, but you walking down the hallway humming.
Yeah, because they knew not to try me either. You would get your ass beat too.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So back then it was a lot. I was a problem. I was a problem, a real problem. So, you know, through the graces of God, man, you know, the Most High, man, I was just able to, for lack of better words, make it this far. You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I didn't mind singing through the hallways. I was respected by the gangsters.
For sure.
You know, I went to Inkster High School at that too. That say a lot, because Detroit wasn't going to Inkster at that time. You had to know somebody to be out in Inkster, you know?
Sure.
So, and they embraced us with love. We had our problems, we had our differences, but we was able to solve them because of the sports. And Inkster wanted to see something more. So we was able to give them that.
So coming from this church background, you know what I mean, to jumping off the porch, getting in the streets, I would assume, based off of what you said, that it was just that desire to have the things that you wanted, not
Yeah.
necessarily that you needed.
Bingo.
What was some of them initial things, you feel me? Like, at what age did you like kind of really jump off the porch, whether it was hustling or whatever the case may be?
I was 14, bro. I was 14. I was 14 when I really, really jumped off the porch. My first, robbery, everything, gun, everything. I was 14 years old. I was 14, and I didn't have to do it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let me make that clear. I didn't have to do it. That was just something I chose to do because at the time I thought that was, for lack of better words, we live in Detroit. I thought that was what it was. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no ball players in my neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no, NFL players coming riding through the hoods and Bentleys. It was the, you know what I'm saying, the Doughboyz. It was the real ones. You know what I'm saying? The street guys that was pulling up in them fancy cars, jewelry, pocket full of money. Nigga coming through the hood, throwing hundreds out the sunroof, shout out the tank. He'll sell my dog for life. It's like I seen that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying, where that's what motivated me. Nigga, I seen my favorite car I had, at the time was a 1995 Impala. And dude came through, it was silver, but this is right before the flip-flop scene came.
Mm-hmm.
But it had the flakes of the pearl and the purple in it. And he had ostrich gator seats. I'm talking about brand new engine in it, the 20s on it. This is when 20s was the biggest rims in the world, and he had his name stitched in the seats and everything, man. Bang TVs, it was just custom. And I'm like, dog, I could never, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never see this like this. And I thought that was just the flyest shit in the world, you know. And it coming from the guy that it was, I'm like, oh, that's the way I gotta get it. You feel me? And that's what caused me to kind of like, and I saw that at like 12. So by the time I was 14, I'm like, oh yeah, it's time to turn up. You know what I'm saying? I was always at the house parties, fighting, being a bully, just being a badass kid. I was always big for my age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was a man child. So
straight up.
Yeah, I was a man child. I was different.
and so like, even with like from your younger days, you feel me, and connecting with the rest of the guys, you feel me?
Oh yeah.
At what point or age did the first person that out of the group you connected with, you feel me, or
We all family somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm.
So Rock is my blood nephew. Me and Keith is cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like Dre, Josh, brothers. Kid, Pay, Chaz, brother and cousins, and all of us are related somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? So it was never like how we met, and then a lot of them met through. Well, a lot of them met through like middle school, high school, things of that nature. But for me, it was like majority of them were relatives. You know what I'm saying? For me, right there in the neighborhood, me and Keith right in the same hood.
Yeah. We
not blood, but we're blood because of our ties and how we're intertwined through our neighborhood. My father and not my father, my sisters and his pops went to school together and has grown up together. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really make us blood. Like we just all our families are tight. We're close, and end of the day, like that's how Doughboyz Cashout was technically formed. We were always just close, and we didn't even know that majority of these people were friends with each other. I didn't know when Rock was going to Southfield that he was really hanging with Keith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that, but it all worked out in his favor later on down the line for us to form the group that we had.
And it makes sense too, not to cut you off, it makes sense too, bro, because the reason why me personally, I would put the Doughboyz as like the #1 group all time, even over Street Lords, Rock Bottom, any group that came out of Detroit, was because through it all, y'all were able to
Our
keep
loyalty.
it. Yeah.
Our loyalty.
Like nothing was able to really come in between what y'all had going on, even though it was a lot of things that could have.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
I will say, shout out to the Street Lords, Lodge Boys, Cheddar Boys. Shout out to all of them because we literally started our foundation based upon wanting to be the Street Lords. You feel what I'm saying? And like I say, the majority of our pops and uncles, and they were part of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we wanted to look up to. That's what we looked up to at the time. But we took it to a whole nother level with our bond. You know what I'm saying? We literally jailed together. We was hated by the fucking city, man. We beefed with every clique on the west side for years. Literally, we went through hell and gasoline draws around this bitch to be who we are. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And I heard that story. What was the reasoning that you would say so much hate? Obviously, you know, y'all was talking a lot of shit.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
But this was before music.
Okay.
So Doughboyz, you know, everybody had a clique at a point. Like, nah, you got band, crew, TMC, a band gang, you got all these different, we was the same way. You know, it was Doughboyz Cashout, HNIC, Southfield Cashout, Fanboy, you got Streets Are Us, you know what I'm saying, GFC, you had all these different cliques. It was the same way. I think we was hated, man, mostly because niggas was shitting. We was kids, walking around with 15, 20,000 in our pockets and Cartiers and the newest hour signs, Pradas, Gucci, Louis, we were kids.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And it just elevated to be more, not to mention we kids and we fucking.
Yeah.
You know what
You say the females don't want.
The females
you say that's the number one thing that's gonna get some shit going for real.
We going crazy, man. We were young, man. We were young, bro. We were young.
So if you can, what ages was that? Because I kind of want to.
So mind you, I ain't gonna say I'm the youngest because actually Kid and Josh, Softhead, they're the youngest. I'm the youngest out of the rappers. For lack of better words. Oh no, Kid is, but I'm right after Kid as far as being the youngest. I think I want to say it was around 15, like something like that, like 15, 16. When
y'all was full of 20 bands.
I mean, you
like
gotta think
15.
about it. Keys around in Infinity trucks, Escalades, Darko 300C on 22, like Rock Marauder, Pay had Davins and Monte Carlos with those on them. Chaz did too. We got changed. Like, man, we was kids, man. We was kids. Like, we niggas was doing all right.
And even at that young age, like, did y'all have it in y'all mind, like, hustler first? Like, not necessarily the rah-rah stuff. Because I remember back in them times, too, where, you know, when you, like, some of the groups that you named, like, I remember vividly, everybody wasn't known to get money time.
Period.
A lot of guys was on just, you know, knocking people out, fighting, snatching glasses.
That was my era. That's what I grew up in.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did. I snatched glasses. I ain't gonna lie. I'm an original Yachty boy. That was our thing. We robbed niggas. We didn't mind fighting, snatching your shit. That's what it was. We grew up in that era, but that wasn't all what we were about. It was more to that story. Once again, we're still in the streets. We're kids. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas had bags that they was playing with. And we definitely grind, man. We was hustlers. You know what I'm saying? We wanted money. We wanted to elevate. And at that time, we wanted to show, you know, our peers, like, nigga, it was nothing to walk around with a stack of money and feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? And when you couldn't, it was just like, I ain't gonna necessarily say you was a nobody, but you had to have something you had to prove it.
Yeah.
You had to prove what you were talking about. You know what I'm saying? And we always wanted to be in the front of that. We always wanted to prove who we was. You know what I'm saying? And show the world, like, nigga, we've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing new. We've been doing it. And that was the stigma that we wanted. And I think we accomplished that.
No, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Music-wise, at what age would you say, because if that was 15, at what age did you guys begin to, like, play around in the studio? Because if I ain't mistaken, it kind of started off as fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We started this shit off. It's so crazy. Chaz, Pay, and Kid had already had a rap group way before anything had really, like, popped off. Like, before we even linked up and got tight together. Because Doughboyz Cashout is two different groups. A lot of people don't know that. We combined them once we realized it was just a mutual hate throughout the city. And we came together and formed the Doughboyz Cashout. But before they were even Doughboyz Cashout, before they was even Cashout, they were something else. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember their name or nothing like that. But we all was somehow just musically inclined, and it was something that we wanted to do. And I want to say that started when I was probably around like 16, 17. One of our first songs was a Blade Icewood sample bought a new pair of Cardis, had a Flooded with Ice, new pair of Cardis, and it went crazy. And we was performing this song at a party, and at the Ramada, I think it was the Ramada Inn or the Howard Johnson. I want to say it was the Howard Johnson in Southfield at the time. And the feedback from the crowd and the people, even our enemies was in there. Everybody in there like, oh, it's the one, you feel me? So we took it to another level and just really started doing the music more, you know what I'm saying? It was still all fun for us.
No doubt. No doubt. One of the things that people later found to know was that K was the one that was producing and doing the beats.
Yeah.
When did y'all begin to not use other people's beats and stuff like that, and y'all really like kind of solidified it and said, nah, we gotta take this, serious. Even if when y'all dropped y'all first project, y'all wasn't fully serious, but for y'all to come together as a group and have this many tracks, you feel me, and actually do a whole project, it's a certain degree of seriousness that you got to go into it with, even if you are having fun.
It took so long for that to happen, bro. Like, it took a long time for that to technically happen. I think we were damn near into the deal by the time we were like, okay, we got to take this shit all the way serious. Wow. Now, after we won the city, like Volume 1, we all had the core rappers and me and Chaz and a couple other guys. It was only probably like 6 of us, 7 of us at the time. We like, all right, nigga, they fucking with our music. We got to take this a little serious amongst each other, even though we having fun. You know what I'm saying? And we did exactly that. But it never took away from the funness or just the ideal of just partying and making music for us. We never made music for nobody else. Yeah. Technically speaking, it was all for us. But of course, if you dealing with women, they getting in the car, they listening to the songs and they want to hear it, they want to play it for somebody else, or they were taking the music and just going around passing it out, and that's how we elevated, you know. And then I think YouTube came out. That's when YouTube first hit the scene. That's when I did the video grind. That's when we did the video grind and shine, for lack of better words. Classic. But the music was fun for us, and I think we started off. I can't remember. I don't even remember what year that was, bro. Probably was that 09?
Yeah.
08? It was like 08, 09. And man, we was just having fun.
In terms of you coming up with these dog ass hooks, bro. Like what was your process? Like, was you coming up with these prior to the beat, or did you have to hear the beat to come up with it? Like, what was your secret sauce to making it be what it was?
My secret sauce, I was going through some shit. So I used to work at Home Depot. I had caught a case in college. I talked about it on one of the songs. I caught a case in college, and in the midst of me catching the case, I came back home. I ended up getting a job at Home Depot. Once I got the job at Home Depot, I used to walk with the buggies and just harmonize hooks, just come up with hooks in my head. It wasn't necessarily for nobody at the time. It was literally for me. It was just shit I was going through. That's how I came up with I grind to shine. I was fucked up. It's cold as hell, slushy as fuck. I'm pushing buggies through Home Depot. You feel me? That was part of that. And then, like Ghetto Gold, I was on the road. I was on a Greyhound. I'm selling dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way to SV. You feel what I'm saying? He go to Bag in West V. And I just remember just Ghetto Gold. Yeah, niggas making history. You feel me? Like, crazy. Literally just going through it on the road, man, passing through like Findlay, Ohio and all that shit.
That's crazy. Me? And so you bring these songs back and what, Pay just kind of make the beat around it?
Made the beat around them, bro. It was crazy. It was nuts. And then like Pay is a genius at what he do. He might hear certain individuals on certain beats. So at that time, he'll probably just blast you like 5 beats. Hey, man, see what you can do with these. You know what I'm saying? And go from there. And that's how we always work.
For sure, man. Mm-hmm. Fire. Bro said he was just in your own zone going through what you was going through, creating magic, bro. Because even when you go back, like, if you want to buy the bar, I can. Man, like, crazy. You feel me? Satisfied. You feel me? Like,
satisfied for,
just everything, bro. Like, you really brung, you know what I mean, a dynamic, you feel me, that I think even going forward, like, as time went on, hell of a begin to put more singers
Definitely.
on beats. You get what I'm saying? And then have artists kind of, you know, do their thing around it, but it's just to have that singing, rapping dynamic.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, I think that's what Detroit lacking right now.
Period.
Everybody just kind of.
Everybody shoot 'em up bang bang right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's drill music dead, man. Like, let that shit go. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Have fun. Make some love music, man. Everybody fucking hoes around here. Like, or excuse my friends, I don't want to call women hoes, but everybody is sexually inclined and going crazy at this point. Man, let the drill go, man. You know what I'm saying? We here to have fun. We here to make music and create life, man. We ain't trying to take from nothing. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
It's time to really live for us, man, and be kings and queens, man.
No doubt. Now going through a pivotal, you know what I mean, moment, you feel me, for y'all as a group. You know what I mean? Obviously at this point, man, the relationships is locked in, tied, everybody brothers. But just going through that phase where incidents is happening where now it's tension in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
It's East versus West.
Mm-hmm.
It's at its height. What are y'all thinking during these times? You feel me? What's y'all emotional disposition, you know, as some of these things are going on, you know what I mean? And I assume at this time social media is
This when social media really first hit. Man, we live by a code, man. No brother greater than the other. Loyalty is everything. I say that in everything. I say that in damn near every interview, just to give a little bit of insight as far as how we move and how we conduct ourselves. Man, we have mafia meetings, bro. For lack of a better words, that's what we call ourselves. We call our mafia meetings. But it's really a brotherhood meeting, man. Where we really sit with each other and talk this shit through and how to handle certain situations. And we just a firm believer, and we don't got to share our business to everybody.
Real
you know
tough.
what I'm saying? We kept our who we are and what we are private. You know, and we discussed our good and our bad in private, and it will forever stay that way. You know, we don't move with a camera to let the world know, you know, our dirty laundry. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the illusion too, because it's like, you know, looking at y'all, you would assume that none of y'all really have issues, but
Shit.
Brothers is brothers, so it's gonna always be.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man, listen, bro. We go in that backyard faithfully.
Straight up.
We got to, you know what I'm saying? We are brothers, man.
And I think that's important. The only reason why I'm highlighting that, you feel me, is because not to necessarily talk about it, but just more so just to kind of give the young people, you feel me, some tools and some guidance on how to not
handle.
Because
and not crash out on the internet.
Real
you feel
talk.
what I'm saying? I mean, you got to poll. I come from the era, bro. You didn't post everything. You didn't say everything on the internet because we know that people watching. We ain't goofy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like somewhere along the line, you know, this internet shit has caused not only us but those behind us to even lose sight of what this shit is really for. You feel what I'm saying? It was really to keep control, you know what I'm saying, and see who is doing what. And, you know, as time progressed, you know, the intelligence of man definitely exceeds technology and everything. So it's just that it was tools were put in place just to keep us bound, you know what I'm saying, keep us in captivity. You feel what I'm saying? So, of course, what I mean by that is, of course, a young nigga, he excited about his gun or XYZ, he got a post, he a soldier, he want to flash his Mac. Man, put that gun up, man. We keep seeing it every day. Majority of rappers and even just our youth, they getting caught off the internet. You got a gun, and you posted it on the internet, they got a switch on it, the feds watching you. Come on, man, like they gonna pick you up. Why even post it?
Real talk.
You a soldier, be a soldier. But don't post your endeavors on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing we were good at, never posting our whatever problems, whatever issues, whatever. We kept that shit under the rug, man. Well, that's how we was able to last. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you doing, it don't necessarily have to be seen or heard, bro. You gotta just speak. But when it's time to be heard and it's time to be seen, is just know when you show up, is for lack of better words, there's power behind that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. One particular moment, one internet moment, man, that y'all kind of learned from, and Pay actually rapped about it in a song. I forget what video it was. and he said Wine ended up calling him and telling them, you know what I mean, that video, you know what I mean, might get y'all in some trouble. I don't know. I don't think it was Grind and Shine. Was it Mob Life or was it?
It could have been Mob Life. So I don't know what video it really was, and you know I'm not gonna really speak on it too much. I'm kind of ignorant to the conversation,
Yeah.
but I will say we had some times where we fell short, but luckily we had big brothers that'd be like, "Hey, realize what's going on, homie. You feel
Real
what I'm
talk.
saying? Realize what's going on. Know what you just got yourself into. You know, and that's how that played
What to
out.
make a young person, you feel me, take advice from an OG? Because right now that ain't happening. It's kind of like it's a gap between the.
You gotta show and give them something to see, man. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta be an example in order to change history. You feel what I'm saying? I think right now we in the process of doing that. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Detroit is united right now. Whether it's a lot of beef going on, whether it's a lot of drama going on, the solid ones, the real ones, we all talking. We all in cahoots somehow, some way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about uniting first. And now that we're united, we can change the trajectory of everything that's going on. And, you know, like PG was, I think, was the first one to really go live and be like, hey, bro, man, put that drill shit down. That shit there. We don't care about you killing your ops. You know what I'm saying? Let's make fun music. Let's make party music. And now I think that the wave is starting to catch up with itself. Look at what Doug did, man. Doug did some historical shit. He pulled off some historical shit. He brought all the pioneers of Detroit together.
Real talk.
And he had the West and the East on stage together. I don't think that ever been done in history.
No, for real.
You get what I'm saying?
In my personal opinion, bro, I think that go like at the top of the top.
At the
like,
top of the top.
You feel me? Like that's one of them moments, bro, where in Detroit history, where 100 years, 200 years
They
from
gonna
now,
talk about it.
They
Because that was the first time that it ever happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit was big. That shit monumental.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Talking about your journey, bro. We was kind of having some of these conversations off camera. But you didn't just wake up, you feel me, and grow wisdom. You know what I mean? You ain't just wake up and, you know, become a person with this type of perspective on life that you got. Talk about, like, at what moment did you begin to, like, buckle up and really kind of put your mind, the fact that you even doing Ramadan right now, you feel me, like, shows growth, and you know what I mean? So if you can talk about your spiritual journey or whatever it is that caused you to, you know, redirect your path.
Well, first off, my son and my kids, man, I'm gonna just be all the way honest. My son was left with me when he was 6 months. So, you know, my son made me grow up. My daughter made me a man. You feel what I'm saying? He made me that's why I corrected myself in the beginning of the interview when I'm like, I'm not calling no women hoes and bitches. It's just general conversation through man. That's how we talk. But I don't want to ever disrespect a woman based upon my daughter made me a man. You feel what I'm saying?
So.
And my kids made me really grow up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my son to be out here with a weapon. You know, I don't want my son selling dope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my son burying or coming to see me in jail. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool. A real gangster will tell you the truth. A real gangster will let you know, hey, look, it's cool. You did good doing the crime. You was stupid because you got caught. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? You ended up dead behind it. That was dumb because now you got a kid, another lost child that's in a lost generation that we have to rebuild and structure anyway. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I don't want to fall short of being a man and a role model to my own. You know what I'm saying? Let alone the next. You know, so I just want that's my path and my journey. As far as spirituality, man, I believe in the Most High, man. I'm not all the way. Now, this is another thing. I'm not all the way Muslim. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? However, some of the teachings from our brothers, man, is I believe in. You know what I'm saying? And I stand on it. You know, so I believe in the certain principles that the nation has, and that's just what it is. I believe God has put different religions here, so that at the end of the day, He gets the glory from everybody.
Real talk,
you get
man.
What I'm saying?
No, I'm a firm believer of that. Like,
I think He put religions to specifically touch every individual, so that at the end of the day, He gets the glory, and that's why I never put a religion on myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do believe in the Most High. You feel what I'm saying? And I just leave it at that.
No, you on point with that too, bro. Cause like one main thing that I always held with me and why I could never look at, what I would call religious gang banging is because it's like, bro, your mama might teach you 5 plus 2 is 7. Another person mama might teach them 0 plus 7 is 7.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And it's another one that 4 plus 3.
Another. And we could argue all day about what method you using to get to, that number, but we all really just trying to get to the same place.
Yeah, the end goal, and that's the biggest thing, man. I just don't want to be ignorant. I'm a man. I'm as I grow, I keep wanting to seek wisdom, just to better myself and be able to pass it down. You know what I'm saying? We men, man. We kings, and we gotta act like it. So
in terms of the infrastructure in Detroit, you feel me? What you see right now, what are some of the things that you think needs to happen? Like if it can happen today, what are some of the things that you feel like need to happen in order for Detroit to continue to rise? You know what I mean? In the route that we going.
Be honest, I have a couple great ideas. I really want to keep them to myself though for the moment, but because I really plan on wanting to put some things together. Since we have access to so many different powerful people in the city, man. Number one, I want everybody, if they can, man, to support Forever Fresh Foundation. That's number one. That's in honor of our brother, Fresh, Josh. Dre put together. My mind kind of running fast, but Dre put something together for his brother, who passed away from cancer, which is Doughboy Josh, which is also a brother of ours. And every year we give away book bags, we do haircuts, we do massages, we do bike giveaways, we cook for the community.
Yeah, it was super dope. I ain't gonna lie. I popped out, man. My 6-year-old, she was 5 at the time. She got her little nails did and stuff. You feel me? I'm like, that. They was giving haircuts, all type of stuff, man. It was
free train rides, all that, and he's doing that in his neighborhood. I really want to see just majority of, not saying I don't know what other artists are doing, but it'd be that little thing that may change like one of them little kids' life. You feel what I'm saying? If they able to just see more and touch you more as opposed to always shining, it's just more like I'd rather for us to be more active with our community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of us are doing a great job now. So I would never take from them or take from that. And that's on a light end of what I would like to see more.
For sure, because I definitely was gonna ask too. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of paper being moved around in the city. Like the rap scene right now is producing like so many millionaires, bro.
Facts.
And as the money come in, me personally, what I would like to see is people join together and kind of start building schools.
Facts. Why not?
Why not have a hospital?
Why not?
You feel me? Like
Black owned.
Yeah, it's like, and don't get me wrong, it's beautiful to be able to give back turkeys and to give away 1,000 pair of shoes. But we know, like right now, Detroit is a majority black. You feel me? But
the inner
if you
city
pay
is
attention,
80-some% black. Man.
Yeah, and if you pay attention, it's like they starting to move in.
Facts.
And they starting to build.
Exactly.
You feel me? And at some point, we can get pushed out the equation.
So, shout out to people like Vezo. Who's in the real estate game, and I think he bought damn near his whole neighborhood. I ain't gonna say his whole neighborhood, but he bought a bunch of property in the same block that he grew up in. You know what I'm saying? If we got 20 rappers and they all got 40, 50,000 apiece, and we all just put a pot together, or even don't even do a pot. How about just go back and put that cheat, grab a couple houses in your hood. Just grab them couple houses in your hood so that we can keep it all black owned.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? You in your hood, you say this your hood, you respect it in your hood, ain't nobody gonna touch you in your hood. All right, show it, prove it.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? It's more than just a slogan, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's actually do it. Let's actually live that. You feel what I'm saying? Literally buy the property. And we're able to do that, man. And I would love to be one of the first cities outside. I want to say, I think Philly do it. I know, what's his name? Mike, from Atlanta. Was it Big Mike?
Killer Mike.
Killer Mike.
Yeah.
Killer Mike. He go crazy with buying properties. He talked about this as well, about, black-owned schools and black-owned hospitals. I would love to see that in Detroit.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? That'd be something to do. And we have a lot of black nurses. Why not?
Real
You know what
talk.
I'm saying? Majority of our queens go to school for nursing.
And then even, you feel me, not to even stay here too long, but even, bro, I be having times where I ride down Woodward.
Bingo.
I ride down Dexter,
Yeah.
Grand River, you feel me? And you see, like, back in the, like, 60s, 70s, you see where all of these places, you know, it was occupied.
Facts.
And Detroit was one of them cities like New York where when you step outside, it's so much
people.
traffic
Yeah,
and so
traffic.
because it's so much business.
Mhm.
I love to see it get back to that point.
Bingo. And then these areas that you just named, nigga, were beautiful.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? If everybody, I don't know if people ever really paid attention to Woodward, the Boston Edison and all. Nigga, them neighborhoods is beautiful. Bowling alleys in the crib, like, all type of stuff. There's no way in the world we shouldn't be able to, you know, conquer and rebuild our community. Because there's a lot of bandos, the only thing it needs is some TLC, you feel me? And we'll all be good, you feel me?
No doubt.
Take care of the neighborhood.
No doubt. Closing out the year, you feel me? Talk about some of the things that you got planned, whether it's music, a new album coming, or anything like that.
Well, they can expect a new mixtape by the time this drop. It should almost be out, or, you know, they start seeing a promotion for it. That's really what my main focus is. I want to drop a couple mixtapes this year. I want to elevate within my businesses. And just elevate as a man, man. But that's really what it's about, man. And I don't want to sound ignorant and asshole, but yeah, and then get to the paint. And it's time to really show. It's time to really show up. You feel what I'm saying? And show out and really give the people exactly what it is they want to see. That's a king and a legend. You feel me? A living legend, for lack of a better word. So I don't want to be too humble. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. Sometimes you gotta pop that.
Yeah,
shit,
you gotta pop that shit a little bit. You know, so.
Any last words for your fans or supporters, you feel me? And any motivation for any aspiring artists, any hustler that's down right now, you feel me? Just anything that you can give to the people.
Man, it's simple, man. In order to succeed, you gotta fail. Never give up, man. You gotta fail, bro. You gotta get them 100 no's. You gotta give out them testers. You gotta struggle. You gotta go through that ramen noodle pack by yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Or if you got that, you know what I'm saying? You got to go through that storm, king or queen, to really grow, prosper, and elevate when you have your mind set on a specific goal or something specific that you're trying to accomplish, man. Nothing comes overnight, and it takes time. You got to just believe in yourself. Don't let nobody distract you from your dream. Keep pushing.
No doubt, man. Doughboy Clay, man. Y'all heard it here. Foreign Magazine, Pulse of the Culture. Let's get it.
Salute, 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 my love.